How did Leclerc get such a bad start? Oh, Lando Norris took him.
Charles Leclerc, bad start from him. Daniel Ricciardo hits Carlos Sainz, and Ferrari is spun round, and Ricciardo manages to keep going, and oh no, Carlos Sainz for the second race.
What is going on, guys? It is JJ here back with a new video, and today we are going to take a look for the first time, and it's honestly, it's going to be an amazing one, at the Imola Grand Prix. Now, first off, I added a couple snippets from people who responded to my post. I really appreciate you guys understanding why we didn't have the live stream up. I literally had the whole live stream built, the links all set, completely lost power and internet and everything else yesterday. I literally just had to post from my phone. I was not gonna be able to live stream the Imola Grand Prix from my phone, even if I wanted to, which was extremely disheartening. But either way, just from looking at the first still image from the highlights, it looked like an absolutely amazing race. It looks like a gigantic Ferrari fest, with it being in Italy, or I mean close to San Marino. I'm just excited to see the race. I made sure to avoid all of the highlights and all of the sort of Twitter stuff from it. I had to go block WTF1, the Mac guy on Twitter, or at least, sorry, silence him, take him off, so I didn't get anything spoiled for me. My predictions for this, I think Ferrari will win. I think they were one of the quickest throughout practices. George Russell, I think, was fastest for the last practice, so I'm hoping Mercedes can find their way into it. Ooh, but it's going to be really interesting to see sort of how the race develops, how it progresses. I don't even know if weather is involved. I have no clue what to expect. I have no clue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and let's get into the race. As well, guys, you can find the original video down in the description below. Obviously, the race highlights you can see on the Formula 1 page. That's why they are blurred out here. Let me know what you thought about the race. Let me know what you thought.
It's lights out, away we go.
Away we go.
Yesterday, Verstappen gets away well.
Verstappen actually gets a good start.
Leclerc, little slower, getting off the line, and he's already been passed by Sergio Perez. Verstappen leads into the first corner ahead of Perez.
How did Leclerc get such a bad start? Oh, Lando Norris took him.
Charles Leclerc, bad start from him. Daniel Ricciardo hits Carlos Sainz, and Ferrari is spun round, and Ricciardo manages to keep going, and oh no, Carlos Sainz for the second race in a row, second Grand Prix in a row. Looks like his afternoon has been ended way earlier than he would have wanted.
Sainz going the long way around. Where's Ricciardo going to be able to go?
Well, Ricciardo just moved over to the right. There was space, and then Ricciardo inches up.
So Daniel Ricciardo just wrecked Ferrari right off the start. And the thing that makes it even worse, Daniel Ricciardo got out. He got out of that beach situation, whereas Carlos Sainz was stuck. I feel awful. He did such a good job in the sprint race to come back and start at a good spot on the grid, but then like this, got a terrible start, probably because Leclerc got a bad start. Like, that's just so awful. That is so awful.
Getting past Fernando Alonso.
You can see there's a bit of a hole there already, and there it goes. But it was from damage. That must have been on the first lap or at the restart, but there's Lewis picking the right way around, of course. The grip's on the outside off the rubber, but...
How bad is the damage? Quite bad. Quite bad.
Second DNF of the season then
for
Fernando Alonso. So Lando Norris, can he defend against Charles Leclerc? He's done a very nice job of it so far. Leclerc looks an awful
Go on, Lando.
So closer this
Go
time.
on, Lando.
Braking. Charles Leclerc goes for it into the chicane. That'll please the Tifosi. You can hear the roars all the way to Maranello, 56 miles away. Leclerc's up into the podium places. Russell this time is going to go for it, and he's side by side with Kevin Magnussen.
Go
he's
on,
ahead
go
of
on,
Kevin
Russell.
Magnussen, and at the third time,
see, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Mercedes has a car that can maybe not compete with the best of them, but I said George Russell and Lewis Hamilton would find their way up to the front. I feel like at some point in this race to face off with McLaren. Also, Danny Rick is screwed, it looks like.
He gets into the chicane ahead, but he makes a bit of a mess of it. Can he get back out?
Magnussen is on his ass, though. Oh, came right back. Came right back. That
Behind
sucks.
them, Valtteri Bottas is just lurking and lying in wait. 17 years ago today, Fernando Alonso won, that we saw as Russell now into the Variante Alta, makes the move. Kevin Magnussen might not have been expecting it there, but this time around,
I love that it's
Russell's
Bottas, K-Mag, and George Russell. They're always next to each other.
A weather update for you. There's possibly some light class 0 to 1 rain within the next 30 minutes. It might push people to try and extend this.
As across the grass goes Sebastian Vettel, and here comes Valtteri Bottas, wheel to wheel with Kevin Magnussen down into Rivanza. Tricky braking zone. Bottas, I think, has managed to get the car stopped.
Valtteri Bottas is good in the Alpha, you know? He actually looks so good in it. That's insane.
Enough to snatch 6th place ahead of Kevin Magnussen. Lovely move.
If I was Red Bull, I'd pull Perez first.
And they are. Perez does come in for Red Bull. Max Verstappen stays
Daniel
out.
Ricciardo's had 2 tire
Charles Leclerc
changes.
has carried on, and Mercedes are going to make a tyre change too.
Look how far back
So
McLaren are.
Verstappen into the pits and out again. Leclerc into the pits and out again. Sergio Perez. He's not had the best of laps here because Charles Leclerc has now
Just
got
passed
ahead
him.
of Sergio Perez. So whatever was going on in the pits has distracted our attention a bit, because out on track, Perez was starting to struggle, but his tyres are now a lot more warmed up than Charles Leclerc's, and Leclerc moves over to the right-hand side to try and block off Perez. Perez eventually does find a bit of space to squeeze past and retake.
Red Bull are going to go 1-2, aren't they? They're going to go 1. It just seems like it's lining up that way. You lost Carlos Sainz almost immediately in the race, meaning the only Ferrari out there was Charles Leclerc. And now the 2 Red Bulls are just sitting up front. Even Daniel Ricciardo is so far back. How is Lewis Hamilton also this far back? This race is insane. Okay, so quick recap. We have Fernando Alonso out. We have Carlos Sainz out. We have Daniel Ricciardo in an absolute chaos. We have Lewis Hamilton stuck in absolute chaos. There's rain all over the course already. George Russell, Bottas, Vettel, and K-Mag keep changing places with each other, which I absolutely love. And it's a Red Bull 1-2. Which I think it's going to end Red Bull 1-2. I thought Ferrari was going to dominate this.
This is the Mercedes of Lewis
Oh,
Hamilton.
Lewis.
Was this an unsafe release? 5-second time penalty for Esteban Ocon.
Oh,
Here
Jesus.
goes Yuki Tsunoda on Kevin Magnussen.
Ooh, Yuki getting in the
Tsunoda,
mix.
nothing wrong with his power unit there whatsoever.
Ooh, Yuki getting
He's
in the
up
mix.
into
Go
8th
on.
place, where of course he finished in Bahrain in the season opener.
Go on, Yuki.
Vettel is going to have to fend off Yuki Tsunoda. We did say that
Ooh,
Tsunoda
Lando
has the
and
pace
George Russell
to chase
battling
down that
too.
Aston Martin. Gaps behind them. Well, still
Oh, Leclerc.
Charles Leclerc
He's in the
goes
wall.
into the barrier at the Variante Alta. Now he's kept the car going. He's kept everything running.
Oh, the front
One
wing's broken.
Ferrari already out, and another Ferrari potentially
Lando already
out.
passed
I think
him
he's
too.
got damage to his front wing.
Crofty, look how much he goes to the right-hand side, beaches it on this big sausage curb. Why is he trying to do that? Because he wants to get the DRS down at Ravazza, but you can see the car would
It
not handle
bounced.
it. Bounced, couldn't correct it, and then obviously onto the second part.
it's
He's very
so
lucky he managed to
disheartening.
get that car out the wall, but he...
That's so bad. This was a nightmare race for Ferrari, you know. It's an absolute
one
nightmare.
unhappy boy when he leaves this track tonight.
As out into the race now comes Charles Leclerc,
And he's
behind
in
Yuki Tsunoda and
8th?
Sebastian Vettel, and Tsunoda's making the move on Vettel. Tried it the previous
Yuki.
lap, didn't get it
Also,
done.
Vettel in
has got
7.
it done now.
Vettel in 7 is sick.
If he can't get past Kevin Magnussen, well, that's just going to compound his misery for the rest of the
He's gonna get past Kevin
He has
Magnussen.
got much better speed than Magnussen, fresher tyres than Magnussen, and does manage to get past the Haas. So he's now up into 8th, and it's Sebastian Vettel further on
Guys,
the road.
Verstappen
as
is winning
his
this
next
race.
target.
Verstappen is won. Verstappen's already
Sebastian
won.
Vettel has been passed already for 7th place. Charles Leclerc is going to make it.
That Ferrari is just so much better than every other car.
7th place
Except for maybe the Red Bull, it
against
appears.
Sebastian
Except for
Vettel,
maybe the
and,
Red Bull.
That was an easier move than
Unreal.
Charles Leclerc
Unreal
could
speed.
have hoped for. Max Verstappen 14 seconds out in front.
And he's
Charles
won it. He's
Leclerc
won it.
was thinking about 2nd place at one stage, and it's just
George
made the move
Russell
on Yuki
versus
Tsunoda
Bottas
into
and
6th
Leclerc.
place after that late crash at the Variante Alta. This has been a very comfortable win indeed.
Yeah, that's
for
insane.
The defending world
Verstappen
champion.
literally got in front off the start and pretty much never gave it up. The sprint was the biggest telltale, guys. It honestly was. The sprint was the telltale.
Champion. He's coped with the rain here this weekend.
The Red Bulls were
Max
ready for
Verstappen
Imola. The
comes
Red
to
Bulls were
line,
ready for
wins
Imola.
the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix by some distance, and it's a distance from
And
his teammate,
Sergio Perez.
Sergio Perez.
Oh, him versus Lando.
As Red
Lando
Bull come
podium.
to Ferrari's
Lando
backyard
podium.
and make
Hang
it
on,
1-2.
Lando.
If it was
Hang
the
on,
Reds
Lando.
against the Blues here today, the Blues are very much with the Reds, and the Blues are triumphing.
Very impressive. And Lando Norris on the
Lando!
podium. Superb. That
Hey,
was what
that's
made
so
everyone
sick,
tap the
you know.
car.
Go on, Lando. Bottas P5, George Russell P4, you know.
What a mate, that's maximum points. Maximum points, sprint race, fastest lap. Well done. Great job.
The crowd, the 64,000.
Wow. So not only, wow, Leclerc never caught up to Bottas, Russell, and Norris. Bro, what a race! Verstappen leading from the off, pretty much untouchable. Nobody was ever going to get to him. Sergio Perez, so Red Bull have done 2 DNFs and they've gone well, I guess Perez didn't end up with a podium at Jeddah, but Verstappen in the races that Red Bull has finished has won. Perez coming in second, that's gotta feel really, really good after he did so well in the sprint race. Lando Norris starting at 5th, coming back, giving them pretty much something. George Russell in the Mercedes. Guys, it's insane that Lewis Hamilton has just disregarded this Mercedes. George Russell's figuring out a way to completely, keep them on track and keep them in the races. And Lewis Hamilton is just non-existent, continues to blame the car. That's so disheartening. It's so disheartening because they're both so skillful. But he just can't get it right. Valtteri Bottas in the Alpha. Yuki Tsunoda. The biggest surprise, Lance Stroll as well. Lance Stroll got lapped and got 10th. That's crazy. So K-Mag 9, Vettel in 8. You know what? Big up to Sebastian Vettel. The Aston Martin must have been ready for Imola because both of them got in on the points. Yuki Tsunoda in the AlphaTauri, finishing the race, getting it done pretty much. Charles Leclerc, and then are they going to show the rest of the grid? Are they going to show the places 11 through 20? No, it's just the rest of Max Verstappen. Okay, this has actually been a really, really fun race. It's been a really fun race. Look at that. Look at that. The gap is closed. It's closed drastically. Red Bull moving into 2 and 3, just like that. That's crazy. George Russell still 4th on the Drivers' Championship season. Unreal as well. This has been, guys, this is such a sick race. I feel so bad for Carlos Sainz. I think he makes the race more interesting if he stays in it. But that's just how the cookie crumbles, I guess. That's just how it goes down. But let me know what you guys thought down in the comments below. What were your guys' thoughts? What were your guys' feelings for the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix? What a sick race. Miami next. Miami is next. That's going to also be so exciting. A race more my time as well, which I kind of like. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know your comments. Let me know your thoughts. I appreciate you guys once again who are, commenting on the posts that have been on the channel, that were expecting the live stream. Thank you guys. Thank you. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.